You are born in a stone cottage, so small your dad has to step outside to change his mind. The village midwife looks you over and clicks her tongue. Something about you is different. You'll find out soon enough. Home is a 2-room cottage in a village that doesn't appear on any map. Population: miserable. You are small, oddly shaped. Your head's a bit big for your body. The neighbors whisper about it, medieval genetics. The other kids are growing up strong and tall. You are growing up short and weird. Nature had a plan for you, and it wasn't farming. You can't do farm work. You are too small, too weak. Every chore turns into a slapstick routine you didn't audition for. But you can make people laugh. Your impression of the priest has the whole village in tears by age 5. The bigger kids chase you daily. Being funny doesn't stop fists. But being small means you fit through gaps they can't. Your survival strategy is speed and hiding spots. You know every gap and barrel in this village by heart. Your mom laughs at your impressions until she cries. It is the only time the cottage doesn't feel miserable. Your dad tries to teach you farming. The ox drags you face first through the mud. Career in agriculture, canceled. You eat alone most days. Funny gets you attention. It doesn't get you friends. Not real ones, anyway. A merchant sees you tumble and get back up grinning. He says he knows someone who could use you. Your mom gives you a wooden cross and holds you tight. Your dad got 3 coins. That is your price. You are 7, walking away from everything. The merchant says somewhere better. That is the second lie today. The castle is bigger than your entire village. You could fit everyone you know in the entrance hall. The great hall has tapestries worth more than your family's entire bloodline. You are standing on a floor cleaner than your old bed. The old Jester inspects you like livestock, pokes your arms, checks your teeth, makes you walk in circles. Your new uniform is a patchwork nightmare with bells on it. Every step you take from now on will announce your location. Training starts immediately. Juggling first. You drop everything for 3 weeks straight. The old Jester has infinite patience, almost. Handstands, cartwheels, tumbling. You fall down more times in a month than most people do in a lifetime. The old Jester teaches you riddles, wordplay, and timing. When to speak, when to pause, when to shut up completely. Castle food is better than anything you've ever eaten. You steal extra from the kitchen daily. The cook lets you. Timing is everything. The old Jester teaches this with a stick. Wrong beat, whack. Wrong pause, whack. You learn fast. You practice funny walks at dawn when nobody's watching. Except the stable boy. He thinks you've lost your mind. The flute is supposed to be part of the act. After a week of honking, the old Jester says maybe stick to tumbling. 3 months in, you catch all 3. The old Jester claps once. That single clap is worth more than applause. First real audience is the kitchen staff. 6 people. You get a real laugh. It hits like a drug. You lie awake, replaying the laughs in your head. This is the first time you've ever been good at something. The old Jester grabs your arm. Tonight you perform for the king. If he laughs, you live here. If he doesn't, you are gone. The great hall is packed with nobles. The king sits at the high table. You are 9 years old and your career starts now. Every eye in the room turns to you. The bells on your hat jingle with each step. Your knees are doing the same. You tell the first joke, silence, your stomach drops. Then you do the tumble. A lord snorts, then the queen smiles. The king laughs, full, loud, table-slapping laughter. The whole room follows because when the king laughs, you laugh. You bow so deep your hat falls off and the bells scatter on the floor. That gets an even bigger laugh. Happy accidents. You eat meat for the first time in your life. Real meat. Not gristle. Not mystery stew. Actual meat. This job has perks. Years pass. You are the king's licensed fool now. You can say things to the king that would get anyone else beheaded. The king trusts you because you are the only person who doesn't want anything from him. Except dinner. You mock the most powerful man in the room to his face. He can't touch you. The king's protection is your armor. Your room is a closet next to the kitchen. The nobles have chambers. The servants have quarters. You have a shelf. Nobody sits with you at meals. Nobles avoid you in the corridors. You are entertainment, not a person. Important distinction. You eat at the end of the table, not with the nobles, not with the servants, somewhere in between, nowhere. During council meetings, you do handstands behind the advisors. The king watches you instead of them. That says something. The Lord's guard slams you into a wall for a joke about his master's wife. The bruise lasts 3 weeks. The joke lasts longer. Sometimes the king asks what you really think. Those are the dangerous moments. Truth from a fool is still truth. Royal banquets are your arena. 500 drunk nobles. You leap between dishes and nobody can look away. You practice faces in the mirror. Shock, joy, surprise, fear. Each one calibrated. Nothing about you is accidental anymore. The nobles make jokes about the jester. They don't whisper. You hear every word. The smile stays. It always stays. Behind the curtain, the smile drops. Your ribs ache from a tumble gone wrong. Nobody sees this version of you. Every joke is written, tested, and rewritten. The audience thinks you are spontaneous. You've rehearsed every stumble. The king's children love you. You are their favorite person in the castle. That is either sweet or deeply sad. You can't go anywhere without the costume. Without it, you are nobody. With it, you are a walking punchline. Pick your poison. You try talking to the baker's daughter. She laughs at everything you say, even the parts that aren't jokes, especially those. The horse doesn't laugh at you, doesn't expect a joke, just stands there chewing hay while you brush. Best relationship you've got. A letter from the village. Your mother died last winter. You missed the burial by 3 months. The bells feel heavier tonight. At night on the battlements, you take the hat off. Without the bells, the silence is so loud it hurts. The king is in a black mood. 3 jokes land flat. The 4th gets a goblet thrown at your head. You duck, barely. The goblet misses by inches. Wine runs down the wall. The court goes silent. You joke about his aim. Your hands shake for hours. 1 inch to the left, and they'd need a new fool. There is always a new fool. You overhear things. Every corridor, every feast. People forget the fool has ears. That is their mistake and your survival tool. You warn the king through a riddle at dinner. He laughs for the audience. His eyes say he understood. A drunk lord throws a boot at you. You catch it, sniff it, and pretend to faint. The room erupts, survival through comedy. You pray in the chapel when nobody's looking, not for laughs, for one day where nothing depends on being funny. You travel with the king to foreign courts. Your jokes don't translate. You spend a week doing backflips for people who don't speak your language. The cat missed you. Nobody else mentions you were gone. The cat has better priorities than the entire court. First, gray hair at 28. The job ages you in dog years. Every laugh costs something you can't see. They give you an apprentice, a kid from the village who is small and odd like you were. The cycle continues. The smile becomes permanent, not because you are happy, because dropping it isn't an option. The mask is the job. The only one who listens without laughing is the kitchen cat. You tell him the real jokes, the ones nobody else would get. Feast days are your biggest crowds, hundreds of people laughing at you, not with you. There is a difference. Your knees crack on every landing now. The tumbles that used to be easy require a running start and a prayer. Every joint is a catalog of every fall you've ever taken. Your body kept receipts, and now it wants payment. Your apprentice does the backflip better than you ever did. The crowd loves him. You are proud. You are also terrified. The cook still feeds you without asking. She is the only person who doesn't expect a joke in return. Young servants mock your walk behind your back. You turn around and do it better. Still got it, barely. You pivot to words, stories, voices. The body breaks down, but the mouth keeps going. Different kind of fool now. Your first feast without performing. You sit at the end of the table and nobody looks at you. invisible again. The motley doesn't fit the same, neither do you. The bells are duller, the colors faded. Everything fades eventually. The king puts a hand on your shoulder, no joke required. Just two old men who've survived each other for 30 years. Your mom's wooden cross is the only thing you brought from the village. You've held it every night for 40 years. You watch the kid rehearse from the window. He is doing your routine. Better footwork. Worse timing. He'll figure it out. The cough starts in autumn and doesn't leave. Your chest rattles like a bag of bells. Fitting, really. The feast goes on without you. Through the walls you can hear the new fool getting the laughs. Your laughs. You reach for the costume one more time. The bells make a tiny sound. Barely a whisper. That is your applause now. You close your eyes wearing the only real smile you've had in years. Nobody's watching. That is what makes it real. The apprentice finds your room empty. The costume stays on the hook. The bells stay silent. The show goes on. They bury you in the castle grounds. No stone, no name. Jesters don't get monuments. They get replaced. The new fool walks into the hall wearing bells. Same terror. Same forced grin, same crowd that doesn't know his name. The king laughs, the room follows. Somewhere under the castle grounds the bells are finally quiet.